Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, my grandmother is old and her physical health isn't the best. So whenever she goes to the hospital for anything, doctors often ask my mum if she wants them to attempt to resuscitate her if her heart were to stop. They advise against it because of how frail and old she is. Even if her heart were to start again, she may have broken ribs and would most likely have to live intubated and relying on machines. So my mum wants to know, what should she do according to Islam? Should she ask them to always try to resuscitate her anyways?
Well, this is an Islamic and ethical question. The concept of DNR, do not resuscitate, is often presented in Western hospitals, in Kafir hospitals, rarely done in Muslim hospitals, due to the emotions and a number of other factors dealing with the Muslims. As for the non-Muslims, they see usually the patient as, I wouldn't say a guinea pig, I wouldn't say that, don't quote me, but they don't have that affection. Doctors, in some cases, not all, would look at the patient as, he's got 2 months to live. No, we should focus on someone who has 6 months to live. Let that person go away. We need the bed. And this is unethical and un-Islamic. How to deal with DNR? Scholars say that if a patient is sane, capable of living, can be resuscitated and to live an honorable life in an acceptable level of dignity and honor for an individual, then it has to be done, even if it's going to cost money. This is what most people think. Ooh, ICU, how much would I have to pay if my grandfather or grandmother or my loved one would stay there for a month, for 5, for 10, for a year? That would cost an arm and a leg. Should I just pull the plug or not? But if resuscitation would lead to losing the dignity and honor of that patient and giving him a lot of hardship more than what was expected, in the sense that he cannot live without these machines, and the life presented to him is not a real life. We hear about a lot in the West calling for legalizing euthanasia or mercy killing, as they may translate it to. And this is not permissible in Islam. But what made them go that step? In many cases, because the hardship and the pain and the agony and the loss of dignity and an honorable way of living is unbearable, neither to them nor to their loved ones. In Islam, if the patient is sane, he can still live with his sane mind, he can pray, he can make dhikr, and there is some hardship, but he's alive. We can never pull off the plug. We can never say, do not resuscitate. But if resuscitating him or her would cause into living on continuously, I don't know the terminology in English, so excuse me, things that make their lungs work, their heart beats, machines, and continuous dialysis, etc. And it's like living in a vegetative state, not a real human being. But he's alive. The blood is running, but this is not an honorable, dignified life. In this case, yes, you may sign for a DNR state, and the doctors, hopefully Muslims, can evaluate this level of life to be given or to be taken away, not because they're playing God, rather because this is after weighing the pros and cons. And I think the Ministry of Health here in Saudi Arabia has issued a paper stating these conditions and what defines as a dignified, honorable life, and when to sign for a DNR and to apply it, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. May Allah make things easy for your grandmother.